happening in the world today, that we cannot disagree with each other and still have a human connection, that we see somebody die just because of their rhetoric, and people say they had it coming. No, he did not. It's senseless. A father, a man has died. It's it's fucking crazy, dude. And I did the unthinkable. I scrolled through Facebook because my tiny human mind is searching for meaning, searching for why the fuck this happened. And I saw the video of Charlie getting shot, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? That looks so fucking shit. Like it looks so ragdollish that I understand why some commentators are saying like they thought it was fake. It just looked so fucking. And obviously the left's argument is gonna be, oh, we need more gun control. We need more gun control. Bullshit. Bullshit. Okay. I fear the day that my country will go into fucking communism because we don't have the rights that America has. We don't have the rights to voice out our political opinions without fear of being jailed, being murdered, being fucking politically ostracized, from being socially ostracized. It's fucking terrible, you know. Um, and I don't know. I didn't want to be. I didn't want to talk about politics on my YouTube channel, but here I am. I guess I have to. I have to talk about it because Charlie reminded me of so much of what I wanted to try to do, to reach out to people. But in essence, I was afraid because I was more comfortable with the fact that I knew more about entertainment and media, and I loved talking about I love talking about games. I love talking about movies. I love talking about cartoons, animations, anything. And I absolutely love animation because animation is fantastic because I can't draw for shit. So I have that human envy. I have that avarice that I want that skill, and I wanted to so much try to be an animator, but I never could. So what do? I live through vicariously, and in ways it's the same as Charlie Kirk. I lived through him vicariously. I was thinking like, man, if I could be like him, if if I actually tried to do what he did, I don't think I'd have as much as the movement as he did. But I think it would have been worthwhile to try. And to cut off a friend today because he said, well, he had it coming, and I was like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Like, this is absolute vitriol. This is not helpful. It doesn't help anyone to think this way. It's and I feel for myself because I live in a Muslim majority country and I don't know what's gonna happen to me. But and obviously nobody cares what happens to me. But the memory of Charlie Kirk will always be that he wanted to push you to think more. And that's what a debate does. It's supposed, it's supposed to challenge you. It's supposed to push you in the direction of facts, not feelings. It's never about feelings. Debate is never about feelings, and I had to learn it the hard way because I was a debater and I was being emotional, and I knew the minute I was emotional I lost the debate. You know what I'm saying? it's it's fucked up that we have to live in a world that is so hateful now. And I really think that COVID was the ticking time bomb. It was the fuse that was lit, and now we are bearing the fruits of it. And I could just see the dominoes falling, and we are not gonna be in a safe world anymore. World War III is not going to be a world war. It's it's gonna be a war within. Like, I don't know. It's gonna be at a point where the gunpowder, the keg, a literal barrel is gonna be on top of it, and someone's gonna light the match. And I have a feeling the match has been lit, and all we're waiting for is that huge explosion, and that explosion is gonna happen in probably 5 to 10 years from now, and we're gonna be like, what happened to humanity? It's gone. We're not humans anymore. We're just skeletons puppeting in a fucking skin suit. We're just, I don't know. I don't know. Man, I didn't even know him, and I just I literally found out on the day he died he was 2 years older than me. He's supposed to be 3 years older than me. You understand that? He's born in 1993. I'm born in 96. We are literally we he could have been my older brother. He's literally 2 years my sister's junior. Like, that's how awful this is. I'm thinking, like, if it was my sister that that did this, that was such a movement for good, that was such a pioneer in terms of reinvigorating what we have forgotten about, because it's the concept of an agora. It's the concept of, you tell me your opinions about a certain topic, I tell you my opinions about this topic, and we try to see if we can find a common ground. That is in itself the reason why the Greek society was such a bedrock to what we look at as democracy, because those ideas set in perpetuity the foundations of a government, the foundations of what we build our set of laws. Even if you think otherwise, there is no place in our world where people get killed for sharing their opinions, for sharing their beliefs, for sharing what you like, what you think is right. There is no place in the world for that. And I feel that a part of us has died along with Charlie Kirk. This has become a cornerstone in which we will see whether or not we will be slaves to, whether it be artificial intelligence, I don't know, right? Like, obviously, I have my own I have my own doubts about artificial intelligence. We are accelerating it too fast. We are on the path where so many other sci-fi movies have warned us about artificial intelligence, but it is what it is. I just have to believe that there could be some good that comes from this. But the cynic inside me, the pessimist inside me knows that there can be only bad that comes from this. And I remember specifically a conversation I had with someone in 2017 about the Russian invasion. And I said, this is not going to be an easy social political issue because Russia has always seen Ukraine as part of the USSR. Whether or not you agree with that, that is a separate issue. But Ukraine itself is supposed to be independent, and I agree that it should be kept independent. However, on the flip side, I have learned that Russia in itself has in its warped mind felt that they should be controlling Ukraine's interest because they feel that certain parts of Ukraine should be part of Russia. Now, you could call that a border dispute, sure, but in effect, it's not an easy issue to be solved within 2 to 3 years. And I think that's the reason I think people like me, I was skeptical that Russia would give up Ukraine because Ukraine started in 2011. I remember clearly because I was old enough to remember it. I don't remember 9/11. I don't remember. I remember a bit of the 2008 financial crisis, by the way. I was 12 at the time. I didn't know what was happening, but I felt it. I felt what was happening. I felt people getting worried. I felt people boiling over, but I never thought we would reach a fever pitch in which people would be persecuted for their opinions. You understand how crazy that is? People just sharing what they think. People just sharing how they feel. That's the whole reason social media is here, is it not? Like, it's supposed to be where people can share their opinions without being quote unquote crucified for whatever their rhetoric could be. You know, it's it's absolutely pivotal that we look back at this point and we find solace in that there is ultimate good that could be coming from this. But I just find it hard, and I'm struggling to find the words. But all I'm saying is that this is, in my opinion, the end point of a humane society, and now we've gone beyond inhumane, and we've seeped into what I am praying is false but could be true, is that we are openly inviting incitement of violence against people who just want to share opinions, and that in itself is scary. Thank you guys for watching. I'm outie. Bye.